Dalton Kincaid's first NFL game, as well as these other rookies on this team. We get to see Damar Hamlin coming back out there on this football field, and Tyrel Dodson holding down that middle linebacker spot. Sean McDermott, the first time he's going to be calling plays on defense. Man, this week 1 preseason versus the Colts is going to be absolutely huge. We're going to figure more things out. But welcome to my channel, Bills News Consolidated. Dalton Kincaid getting his first NFL reps. A lot of people have been hyping up Dalton Kincaid, and he has a real shot at breaking every single Buffalo Bills franchise record for a rookie tight end. And I'm talking in the amount of touchdowns, in the amount of total yards. Dalton Kincaid is totally going to freaking blow that record out of the water for the Buffalo Bills. And we're going to see him go against some top-notch talent on the Indianapolis Colts. They're known to have fast linebackers, right? So we got to see how that is going to play out instead of going against the team. But we're going to get a true sense of Dalton Kincaid, as well as a true sense of this starting offensive line. You know, Sean McDermott said Josh Allen's not going to be out there. Diggs isn't going to be out there. So it raises the question, will Mitch Morris be out there? Will Deion Dawkins be out there? And for me, I think we very well could see the starting offensive line here because we have a new guy in between Dawkins and Mitch Morris. You know, Connor McGovern, our highest paid free agent, new to this team. They need every single rep they can get, as well as a right guard. Now, I know Ryan Bates is ahead of Osiris Torrance, but, you know, we need every single rep we can get. Ryan Bates starting at right guard next to Spencer Brown, who technically struggled last year, maybe due to injury, but we want to see the starting offensive line. Damian Harris got banged up right before this game, so I don't think we're going to see Damian Harris. He's battling a knee. But James Cook, Darrington Evans, you know, we're definitely going to see both these running backs. This is a huge opportunity for Darrington Evans to prove himself as a pure runner, because right now he's not even listed as a kick or punt returner on special teams for Bills Mafia. It's Deontay Hardy, Khalil Shakir, and then Andy Isabella is in that third string spot for punt and kick return. So Darrington Evans really needs to prove himself running the football here. Gabe Davis, will he go out there and get some reps? Khalil Shakir will definitely see the field today. Deontay Hardy maybe will see the field, maybe not. We got to really see how this is all going to shake out. Trent Sherfield, I'm assuming, will likely be out there. And defensively, we have some top-notch competitions here. I already mentioned Tyrel Dodson starting in place of Tremaine Edmonds. You know, the first time we're really going to see Tyrel Dodson in pass coverage really playing for, I'm thinking, a significant amount of time here. You know, calling plays, getting this defense lined up. Will Matt Milano be out there? Maybe, you know, with Terrell Bernard being hurt, maybe we see Dorian Williams and Tyrel Dodson starting at middle linebackers for the Bills. And then Shaq Lawson, Boogie Basham, right? AJ Epinesa, some of the depth players on this team. Shane Ray at defensive end too as well. Tim Settle, Poona Ford. We're going to see all these new faces coming into Bills Mafia. And a big-time competition that we really need to figure out before the season starts is opposite of Trey White. Like, who's going to start opposite of Trey White? Who's going to make the biggest impact on the game? Is it going to be Kaiir Elam? Is it going to be Christian Benford, Dane Jackson? We're still waiting for the cream to rise to the top versus the Indianapolis Colts. And I know the Indianapolis Colts, with their high draft selection, having a new quarterback that could run and pass, this is going to be a truly great test for this defense. And I already mentioned Damar Hamlin. You know, Damar Hamlin, will he get some significant play coming back, trying to, you know, overcome what occurred last year? I think this is a great opportunity to go out there, get rid of any fear that he might have, trying to overcome anything, and ball out of freaking control. Taylor Rapp, a new player to this Buffalo Bills team, will we see him get some reps during preseason here, you know? And Dean Marlowe, some other depth players that have been on the Bills for an awfully long time, coming and going. Like, how are they going to prove themselves sitting in the background? But really, my main focus here This offense will not go without an offensive line. So I'm really, really going to be looking in at Spencer Brown. I'm going to be looking at Osiris Torrance versus Ryan Bates, too. I really want to see how that's all going to really work out. Connor McGovern seems pretty much solidified next to Mitch Morris and Deion Dawkins. I am going to be eyeing up that a little bit. But we really got to solidify that offensive line for Josh Allen first and foremost. We have to protect Josh Allen, give Josh Allen a lot of time, and also run blocking. You know, we have Damian Harris, we have Latavius Murray. Like, we want to see some great run blocking going on here. Year 2 with Aaron Cromer, a new offensive line coach. You know, Tommy Doyle coming back from an injury. There's so many depth players on this team. Ike Bucker coming back from an injury too. We got to really see how this offensive line is going to be shaken out. And then obviously paying attention to Dalton Kincaid. Is the rookie as good as everyone's saying that he is? I mean, all the highlights and clips, being draped in coverage, sticking his arm out and one hand grabbing the ball, looking like a freaking freak. So I'm loving it. I'm loving it. But we got to see how legit that ultimately is with Dalton Kincaid. Even Quentin Morris, too. Quentin Morris was said to have a great training camp sitting at that third-string tight end. If we're running 2 tight end sets, you're going to have a third-string tight end that's legit. Quentin Morris is very well, could be that guy. It's going to be huge. Leonard Floyd, I really want to see ball out of control today, too. Von Miller could very well start the PUP list, being out the first 4 weeks of the season. Possibly 6 weeks, you know, and we really will have an extra roster spot for a guy like Leonard Floyd to tear things up. Greg Rousseau working on the opposite side. So Greg Rousseau is going to be going against some left tackles versus right tackle. And, you know, I like that. I like that matchup. Maybe we start the season with Greg Rousseau in Von Miller's spot. You know, Leonard Floyd where Greg Rousseau was. We could really start mixing things up. And the feather in the cap is really Sean McDermott calling plays defensively. You know, and it's really, really interesting to see how this is going to work out. You know, Sean McDermott is going to have to be engaged from the start to finish of this preseason game, week 1, calling plays defensively. It's not like a head coach where you're just kind of overseeing things, right? Not really calling plays, but Sean McDermott has put a lot more on his plate for 2023. I've been saying it here. Bills fans need to put more on their plate for 2023. Other Bills players need to take on some extra job responsibilities to go that extra mile for this season. But I appreciate every single one of you. If you want the Bills to win, smash that freaking like button. Subscribe for future content. Present you guys a wealth of information this season. But go Bills.